Letters. One word. The meaning of life. Yeah. Previously on Kimba TV. Like everything between 92 and 98 is basically the Elliott wave target. So I'm already gonna be looking for things like this, and I'm really gonna be looking for things like this. Cause on the higher time frame, 1, 2, maybe there's one more. Let's go, let's go! Does it work now? Fuck,
you know,
what is
one
wrong?
thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
Good morning, y'all! Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody better be juicing. Let's get it, let's juice, let's juice. Let's redo some of these levels. Almost Thanksgiving, y'all. Chew! Okay, where is settlement? Settlement 90945. Daily open 95470. Go, let's go. Let's juice, let's juice, let's juice. Let's go. Let's juice. Lions. Are we mathing? Are we mathing? Level, 2 level. Oh, kachoi. Look at who juicing. What are we counter trading today? Are we up or down? Of course we're up. Yo, this shit too easy. Of course he bottom longed. Or bottom shorted. God damn. Check out AR. I just got filled. I just put my stop loss in break even for AR. How many of you got filled on AR? AR like this. So I didn't get everything that I wanted because I had some limits down here, but I have my stop loss at break even now. But pretty cool, right? Everything is planned out. I also got is Alpeasy here. I'm on a little ETH long as well, but yeah, pretty cool, right? Planning. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I mean. Like every day, we're gonna probably get filled on what was the number that I threw out yesterday. I don't know, like depending on the day, maybe 3 to 10 altcoins. Alpeasy. I'm in an ETH long. I might get out at VWAP. So this, right? And then smaller time frame. Took the 0.75. So it's pretty much pixel perfect bottom if I say so myself. So I'm in that long. I'm gonna put my stop loss and profit right now, and same with AR. The fuck, the camera died again. But AR, no surprises, yes. Lions, preparation, meeting opportunity. Talk to me, Lions. What do you think? What do you think? It's gotta be testnet. And y'all know what we're looking at, right? Anatu Shabed, Amate Damas. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and maybe, you know, we can not get stopped out and get lucky, right? Shout out 0x01111 gifted 50 subs. Let's go. Mango gifted like 15. Coke Zero with 50. Juice! Come here. Pretty straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. Biddy has to get back above time value area low and ideally have a positive reaction at the settlement. All right, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. Easy money, Bugatti money. We juicy Maguchi. We've got the TPO point of control up top. And if there is a short to be had, like maybe this gets cleaned, huh? I don't want to mark anything yet, but if we're gonna have a short, you know, probably wait for around here. It's gonna suck though, because we're right back in the smack middle of fucking retail arena again, right at the 0.5. So it's gonna be kind of awkward, but yeah, if there is gonna be a short to be had, it's gonna probably be somewhere around here. Very similar with what I'm looking at for the ETH TP on the long. So got to get above that minor VWAP, but that's going to kind of be a challenge up there. So might need to TP maybe half up there if it is able to break through. Same with Biddy. It's got to get above time value area low. All right, y'all. And then, of course, we've got the RTH gap. So I think we're good. Do I have everybody's blessing for a little Latuche? Coke Zero says, took a long out of retail arena. Hey, y'all learning? Y'all learning? Look, what do we always say about retail arena? This is the short and this is the long. Right? Unless it does something like this or something like this. So on that structure change, right? So instead of it breaking back down, it does that. On structure change, bullish, bearish. Until that happens, that's what you do. Classic basic strategy, boy. Himmerblau says, Kimba, where's your stop loss in AR? Chat, do you want to tell him? We did it live, Himmerblau. Chat, would you like to help Himmerblau? Chat, where is my AR stop loss? Where's my AR stop loss? You should already know the answer to this, my boy. In profit. I can't lose. All right, Emmanuel says lower low. Why would I take a loss? Why would I take a loss? My entry is literally pixel perfect. Why would I take a loss? Stop loss, break even, tiny profit. You do realize that it's probably been a month and a half since I have a red trade on my trade history, position history. I have a whole lot of round trips, but it's been a minute since I took a red. All right. But yeah, stop loss and everything is stop loss, break even, tiny profit. Doesn't matter what it is. Why would you let a green trade go red? All right, Emmanuel, sounds good. Himmerblau, sounds good. Every single long attempt that we try to take is going to be the exact same. All right, I'm going to just put my stop loss at break even. And basically, Himmerblau, what I'm trying to do, brother, is, you know, every day I want to try to do at least 2 to 5 new altcoins, TA and plans and alerts, just like how we did with what the fuck did we just do earlier? Heart. And big time. And we'll take shots, and hopefully we can get into a nice little long. And we're just going to hope that we don't get stopped out. That's it. And on some of them, we'll be able to just set it and forget it and let that bitch go. Other ones, it's going to come back, stop us out, and then we're going to have to look to re-enter. All right? But don't get so caught up on trying to not get stopped out. All right? Protect your money. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be so many opportunities, hundreds, if not thousands. So just take your shots, put stop loss and break even, tiny profit. And what I would want everybody's account to look like is this. Maybe in the very beginning, it's slow as fuck, right? But eventually, one of these altcoins is going to help us, and it's going to do shit like this. I don't want your account balance to look like this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Don't do this. This. Okay? And this part might suck, but you're doing the right thing. All right? So slowly but surely. And remember, like, even if you take a tiny profit, like let's say that we get round tripped on AR, okay? Let's say that this is our entry, our stop loss is right here, and it does this. Well, we still got tiny profit, and our account balance is a little bit up, and the position sizes we can take is a little bit up now. All right? So even if it does this, fuck, that's okay. We still got tiny profit, all right? And on to the next one. And that's why I keep harping on, I want you guys to be able to do this. I want you guys to be able to do this. I want you guys to be able to do this. And understand that, you know, these are the opportunistic spots. Because if you do get stopped out or round tripped, if you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to replicate another opportunity. All right? So if you know what you're doing, even if you get round tripped or stopped out, just apply the same concepts, look for good interest, interesting levels, and then take your shot. So, all right, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun this week, this month. Does everybody know what we need to do for Biddy? These are the levels today. Biddy just needs to get above settlement and time value area low. Obviously, a full rotation could be in play. So if value area low is turned into support, then we could get value area high. So how many of y'all were here yesterday? How many of y'all were here yesterday when I talked about, hey, if you don't get above the point of control, if you don't get above VWAP, there's nothing bullish about anything that you're doing right now. Remember that? Look at the pixel perfect resistances, point of control and VWAP. All right. So it's the same sort of concept. You've got your point of control here and your VWAP here. So if you go back any lower than that or spend time, you know, if you spend time in here, enough time, then bearish again. So identify levels and see if it reacts. Nobody can predict if it's going to be able to penetrate through time value area low or not. Nobody can predict if it's going to lose VWAP or the previous point of control. All right, so just take it level by level. Yeah. You guys Gucci, any questions? Cardo Sal says, what is the target for long position? So even like what we would do to find targets is we would look at volume profile, TPO, imbalances, single prints, untapped naked point of controls, the usual. All right. The question isn't really so much what is the target for long position. Can you figure it out yourself? Because it's pretty straightforward. So if you don't know how to figure it out yourself, you can always ask. We will empower you with the knowledge and the skill set to figure it out on your own. And so you never have to ask anybody that kind of question again. Even if I told you random numbers, okay, it really wouldn't matter, because if you can't look at open interest or CVD, all right, RSI, and tell that it's bullishly or bearishly reacting, then it won't matter, because even if I say, hey, we should TP here, if it doesn't look bullish or if it doesn't look bearish, then we're gonna react differently. All right. So there's a couple of things, Cardo Sal. One is you got to be able to learn how to identify levels yourself. So that encompasses volume profile, volume-based levels like VWAP, time-based levels, imbalances through TPO like single prints, bad highs, bad lows, and then Fibonacci and other tools that you may want to use. After you identify the level, you need to still be able to see how we get up there and how we're reacting at that level. Okay, there's a difference between the open interest delta going up as you're approaching a level and the open interest delta going down, for example. So, how do I learn? Just hang out with us, man. We talk about these things every single day. Go to the Discord, !Discord, ask questions. And everything that you would want to know is already out on the Googs and the YouTubes. So, all right. But what I would do if I were you is I kind of gave you a pretty big list, right? So step one, identify levels, volume-based levels, time-based levels, math-based levels. And then you should nerd out on each of those things and, master each one. And then after you start to get good at identifying levels, you want to be able to look at things like CVD divergences. You want to be able to look at RSI. You want to be able to look at MACD. You want to be able to look at open interest. You want to be able to look at structural edge. And then that's when you decide, okay, I should take a short here, or oh, I should TP here, or because you never know if somebody is going to, get in on a crazy big position and kind of change your original. When new data comes in, when people open positions here and there, you got to be able to read and react. So most of the time, Cardo Sal, if you go and ask people, hey, where's TP1, TP2, TP3, you're really only getting about 30% of the answer. What really matters is how it got to that level and what it's doing at that level. So if you hang out long enough with us, you're going to understand these things, brother. So ask questions, go into the Discord, and let's nerd out, my boy. Cheers. Gucci Magucci. And here's the best part. If you were listening to all that and you were like, bro, that was way too much, that's so intimidating, it really isn't, brother. It's a lot simpler than you think. So, talk with your fellow brothers and sisters. I'm a little noob in long and short. I miss very opportunities because I close very fast my position. That's okay. Cardo, everyone goes through that. So the question is how do you improve? How do you get better? All right, but that's pretty normal. Juju says, Sol didn't touch VWAP or daily levels, so what convinced you to enter the long from here? So how long have we had this as the plan for Sol? Do you remember? So, this was the swing fail, right? So that was the top that we were anticipating. So we had naked point of control, daily level, okay, and then VWAP. The first thing that we said that we would take was a swing fail. All right, so do you remember how we extrapolated this? One is, so swing high, swing low, something like this. So, okay, and then if I clean this up, so if I take this off and I take this off and this off and this off, and then let's do this from this low to that golden pocket. Okay, so first things first is how, like, it's more than just seeing me draw that SFP. Were you in the same boat as me on the SFP? Look at the 30-minute structure. You can clearly see that this is support, support, resistance, resistance, okay? And then this is the SFP. So one, on the daily candles, you can see that it's going to be a swing. You're going to try to anticipate a swing fail. But what is this? Do you know what this is, Juju? That's called a failed auction. All right, so it means that it's failing to get or stay below that level. So all I'm doing with the so long is that I'm front running something like this. The way that you're supposed to long this by the book is this. It breaks through, and then you don't get bullish on the penetration, you get bullish on the retest. Okay, so even if I juice like this, I still have to be aware that it could come back and break me. Okay, now if you zoom into the smaller time frame, do you see this? So all I did was I took swing high, swing fail, like that, stop loss. Okay, and then after it broke 5-minute structure, I put my stop loss at break even. I'm just having fun, man. I got filled while I was kicking ass in Warzone. I got 10,000 average per exchange. I'm in for 30,000. I can't lose. Got to be testnet. All right, Juju. So worst case scenario, like I've been getting round tripped all fucking day, my guy. I've been getting round tripped all day, you know, like these, they all are like 20, 25,000. I probably could have had $100,000 day today if I TP'd at the very, very perfect top. If this pulls back, I make $3,000. All right. So what I would tell you is first things first. If this really is a swing fail, then it can't lose blank. So like I said, having it come back like this or like this is totally available. Okay? I don't really want to take any more charts, or I'm not going to be looking at this anymore in about like an hour and a half. So I'm going to try to kick it with you guys until daily candle close. And then I got to really dip because I have my flight and I got to pack and I got to go to the dry cleaners and pick up my suit, all that good shit. So if I were you, brother, you're absolutely right, Juju. The best thing on the smaller time frame to do would have been to wait for this. That's the long. And then your stop loss is probably somewhere around here. Okay, probably like some ATR shit. This is what you're supposed to do. I don't have time to wait for this. So worst case, I get stopped out. It's, you know, break even basically. Whether I lose $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, it's basically break even, right? If I have 500 Bitcoin positions, if my ETH is 3,000 ETH, you know, if my SOL is 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 SOL, if I'm making $3,000 or $4,000, that was basically stop loss break even, right? I don't really count it as profit. It adds up at the end of the day. Yeah, but you're absolutely right, brother. I'm not really doing anything by the book right now. I'm just getting a little bit, I'm just having fun with it. But do you see how you were supposed to play? And there's a couple of other scenarios too. Like if this really is a swing fail, then it shouldn't lose blank. All right. And looking on the higher time frame, this wouldn't surprise me one bit. Would it surprise you? I just have to, you know, be aware of the fact that this VWAP on SOL isn't really getting tapped because it's kind of bullish. So am I going to take something like this? Yeah. but this wouldn't surprise me either. So either way, brother, one, I'm not going to lose, right? I can't lose at this point. You know, worst case scenario, I walk away with like 3-4 grand or whatever it is. And the best part is even if I do get stopped out, I know what my next trade is. So it's not about right or wrong. The long is right, the long is wrong, the short is right, the short is wrong. It's none of that. It's just having preparation, you know, pattern recognition, and then putting your risk manageable. I mean, at this point, I can't lose, so it's perfectly managed at this point. And if I can get lucky and I don't get stopped out, then we could juice, right? Because I would expect for 265, the 270, the high to get cleaned again. And really, I mean, my target for Sol is like 500. Obviously, it's parallel to like a $10,000 ETH, so it's not going to go in like the next couple of days or anything like that. But it would be nice to be able to take this all the way up to like a 265 SFP. And, you know, I would probably close out 2 of the 3 exchanges and then, you know, let the other one just kind of home run, swing fail, or swing for a home run. Okay. So, thanks. I understand. It's kind of awesome. You can make plans for every possibility. Well, because Juju, it's like chess. I only thinking on one way. It's all good. I mean, it's not like, you've been trading for a decade and you're still like that. You're just starting out, right, Juju? Of course, you're only going to think one way. In fact, it's probably healthy to just focus on one thing at a time, because you don't want to end up like Sato and just Gucci flip-flop every fucking 5 seconds.
He said, what did he say?
So
he just told us to be prepared.
But things like what I want you to understand and take away from the way that I explained it is, one, I have a higher time frame that I'm playing, right? And then from there, I'm zooming in. There's a lot of things like pattern recognition to understand that this is one of those, you're going to find altcoins that will penetrate and touch VWAP. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? There's altcoins that will penetrate and touch VWAP. There's other ones like Sol, for example, that will not. It just kind of hover hands that bitch. Okay, and those are the ones that tend to be a little bit more bullish. I probably don't need to say anything so obvious. All right, so there's things like structure. There's things like on the 5 minute, for example, you can see that it's not losing, right? So the minute that you lose that would be bearish. The trend is your friend until it ends. On the 5 minute, you can see something. On the 30 minute, you can really see what's going on, right? So you still have an opportunity for something like this, okay? And if you don't want to fuck around on the 5 minute or 30 minute, you can wait for the daily to see if the daily candle actually indeed does a swing fail and then act upon it. All right, you might be able to, wow, bookmap died again. You might be able to pull fib retracement and VWAP and anchor it from this point. So your pullback that you might look for later tonight might come like this. It might be right there at 228.49. You never know. All right, Juju on the beat. But did you notice how a lot of the 5 minute, 30 minute all stems from, is this going to be a swing fail, yes or no? So you got to be able to identify that, hey, that's a swing candidate over there. It all starts with being able to say, yo, these lows are going to get clean for show. It all starts there, right? Because if you can't do that, there's no way your subconscious is even thinking about a long possibility, right? So, and there's no right or wrong, you understand? I managed risk. I took a shot. I'm basically front running the bullish retest of the breakout of the failed auction, simply put. Akachoya! And so this is what we talked about before, is You lose. You always want to try to long until you lose, and it does a bearish retest, and then you see the structure change. So, yeah, we'll see if this is like a 3 drives and it can get back up here. Yeah, this is going to be a level of interest. A box inside of retail arena. You heard me? And then, yeah, we also have levels to the downside. So I think we Gucci, my boy. So I want you to get, whether it's the perps on Bybit or Binance, okay? I want you to load this, close this bitch, go to indicators, and I want you to get aggregated CVD for coin, coin margined, and stable coin, okay? And then I want the aggregated open interest for coin margined and stable coin. And I want you to put this on 30-minute, okay? And I want you to watch, I don't know why it's lagging now, but, oh, it's because it's USDT. I'm tripping. So I want you to watch this and see if you actually get a reason to long or short. All right, Juju, identifying, so let me give you an example. Okay, if price is, this is price. If price is going up, but the open interest delta is going down, do you know what is happening? Do you know what this means? Open interest going up means that people are opening positions. Opening interest going down means that people are closing positions. So if the price is going up and people are closing positions, what does this mean? This means that shorts are getting squeezed. Price is going up, people are closing positions. Shorts are getting squeezed. Okay? So this doesn't necessarily mean that it's bullish, okay? Because what's happening is everybody that shorted, if you short here, okay, you are promising to buy, right? You understand what's going on here? If you shorted from here, all you did was you put a market commitment to buy. Okay? It's going to be a little bit confusing, but bear with me. If you shorted up here, all you did was you placed a commitment to buy. Does that make sense? You can't get out of the short unless you buy. You want to buy down here in profit. Okay? But you may voluntarily end up buying here as a stop loss on a higher high. And if you don't voluntarily buy right here, you will be forced to buy here where your liquidation is. When you short, all you're doing is you're placing a commitment in the market to buy. Does that make sense? So when this happens, if the price is going up and people are getting squeezed, they're being forced to buy, 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 forced to buy. So when the price actually finally gets exhausted and it starts to go like this, it's going, all right, who wants to buy? Well, this motherfucker was forced to buy. Nobody wanted to buy. Okay, who wants to actually buy? Well, this motherfucker was forced to buy. He doesn't actually want to buy here. Okay, who wants to buy? Well, this motherfucker that bought here, he was forced to buy. He doesn't want to buy here. So this is what you would classify as not bullish. You don't say that it's bearish, but this isn't bullish. However, if the price is going up and open interest is going up, that means people are opening positions. That's bullish. Okay? So the point that I'm trying to make, all right, is we could identify levels and say, hey man, if it pulls back here, is it a good long? Hey, if it goes up there, is it a good short? Maybe, because at the end of the day, you got to be able to read the data and see what the fuck is going on. Okay? I might say something like, well, I want to, let's say that the price is doing something like this. And I might say something like, you know what? There's a lot of confluence. If I pull the fib, this looks like an interesting place to long. or excuse me, this looks like an interesting place to short, okay? However, if the open interest as the price is going up is also showing up and people are opening positions, that is bullish, and I don't necessarily want to short that anymore. However, if the price is going up and the reason why we're going up is because we're squeezing shorts, then I might actually want to short that. So at the end of the day, you can't make money in this game unless you know what the fuck is going on and you can read the data. Make sense? There's a difference between the price doing something like this. So, for example, what is this? Which one would be more bearish? Which one would be more bearish? So the price action doesn't matter. It's the data that tells you. Okay, this is a hidden bear div. This would be more bearish than this. The probability that this actually plays out is higher than this one, just by a little bit. Some people will be like, hey, this looks exactly like X. It's different. You could have a bear flag like this, but this one from here to here, okay, has a hidden bear div. This one does not. Well, this bear flag has a chance to play out more than this one. So you could ask me all the questions about, hey man, what do you think about longing here? Hey man, what do you think about shorting here? That's cool and that's definitely important, but you gotta be able to articulate to me why you took that long at that moment. Well, because it went to the 7.5 and it's the VWAP, that's identifying levels. And then you should be able to say it was a hidden CVD bull div. And as we got there, we stopped out all the longs. All the longs got stopped out and it was a structural edge with a swing fail. All those three edges confluence, that's why I took the long. You know I'm gonna put a stop. He reaving! Let's get it! What the fuck? He reaving! He not reaving! Youngsu, he not reave yet!